everybody, thank you so much for watching. Today's video is going to be another video part of the Beginner on a Budget series. So this one I'm going to be talking about makeup brushes, which is probably one of my most asked questions in email that I get from people, just saying, what are the best brushes that I can buy and only buy the ones I actually need? Which ones do you recommend? So my two favorite brands are Sedona Lace because they're very affordable, their brush quality is amazing, and of course Sigma Beauty is the other favorite that I have. When I first started getting into makeup, I bought the Essentials kit from Sigma. I'm sure it's been changed to another name. If you notice, some of my brush handles just have like a matte texture to them, and that is because Sigma has now changed their packaging to where they have like a glossy texture. So that's how old these are, and they're still holding up great. So if you invest in really great quality makeup brushes, they're going to last you a really long time, and you have to take care of them. You've got to wash them at least once a week, all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to go over my favorites and what I think is the most practical brush set that you could get for your money, because it is cheaper to buy them in a kit form instead of buying them all individually, and then you can just build onto your collection individually after that. Both brush companies, Sedona Lace and Sigma, don't have a kit that I think are like the essential makeup brushes. There's some that are very similar, and that's what I'm going to be talking about, but there still might be some brushes that you have to add to it. I wish they would like redo their kits and come out with one that's like the essentials that what people use now, because I feel like stuff has changed since when I started doing makeup. Anyways, I'm rambling now. I'm going to go ahead and get started. When it comes to price-wise, Sedona Lace is a lot better. Their brushes are cheaper, and they're just as good quality. If you're looking for different kits and stuff and more of an assortment of brushes, then I would go with Sigma. But as far as price, which is what this video is about, I definitely recommend Sedona Lace. And I have coupons for Sedona Lace. If you use my username, the code glam-me-up8, that will get you $4 off. And they always have good sales and stuff too, so that's why I love them. So the first set that I wanted to talk about is the Travel Vortex kit from Sedona Lace. This is the one that I have found to have the most variety of brushes that I would personally use on a day-to-day basis. I have the whole Vortex kit, which actually has a lot more like brushes that you would use for more detailed work, but there's also some really great brushes in that kit that I use every single day. But they did come out with the travel version. They're actually shorter handled brushes, but I wouldn't personally mind that when I'm getting started. I think they're great for traveling anyways. And that one has only the essential brushes I think you need, and it's cheaper. So if that's the route you would want to go and get a kit, it is cheaper that way. The only thing that you're going to have is shorter brush handles, but to me it's not really that big of a deal, but you can decide that for yourself after this video. So the Vortex Travel Kit includes the FB03 brush, which is a tulip shaped brush. And also, all these brushes that I'm going to be talking about I think are very multifunctional, so you can use them for lots of different things, so you can save money that way without having to buy a brush for every little detail of your makeup. So this tulip shaped brush is great for contouring, powder. You could even use it for blush if you wanted to, and just bronzing and everything. So this is a great multi-purpose brush. It's a powder brush, so you can use it for applying setting powder to set your makeup. You can also use it to set your under eye, concealer. You can use it as bronzer and contouring. That's what I like to use it for. So when I'm like in a rush and I don't feel like contouring, I just want to add bronzer to my face, I just use it like that and do the 3E motion with it. It does have that pointed shape to it, so if you wanted to contour with it, you totally could. It's great for starting out with makeup because if you're not sure exactly on how to contour, this is great because it's not going to be super precise. It's going to be very blended out and just very like a vague contour. So I think that that's great for getting started, and it's one of the brushes that comes in the travel set as well. So the Vortex Travel Kit also comes with a contouring brush. This contouring, I use this brush every single day in the hollows of my cheeks to contour with, and it's just great. And you could double that up with blush as well if you wanted to. Then it also comes with a foundation brush. I personally love flat top Kabukis like this one. This is the FB07 brush. So this is great for liquid foundation because it does have synthetic bristles in it. So any type of synthetic bristle brush you want to use for liquid products. So this is the #1 foundation brush that I would use. The other larger like complete kits and essentials kits, they always come with these paddle foundation brushes. I don't recommend these. I feel like they're kind of like old school, I guess. They just don't apply foundation as well, and they leave brush strokes, and it takes forever to like paint your entire face, and they don't blend out really well. This will give you a flawless finish when it comes to your foundation, so definitely recommend that one, and that's in the Vortex Travel Kit as well. Then the travel kit also comes with this little brush here. This is the EB13 from Sedona Lace. It's a synthetic blender brush, so this one is great for blending out concealer. I use this under my eyes almost every day to blend out concealer. You could also use this for blending eyeshadow if you wanted to. You could put eyeshadow on your brow bone, you could blend out your eyeshadow, all that stuff. So I think that's a great multi-purpose brush as well. You could also use this for concealing blemishes. It blends out flawlessly around those areas. You can apply cream eyeshadow with it, so there's lots of different uses for that as well. And then it also comes with a EB09, which is just a blender brush. This one is not synthetic like the other one is, and it's more of like a pinch shape, so this is great for applying crease eyeshadow. I actually used this one today to deepen up my crease and just focus it on that outer C, so you can do a lot of different stuff with this. It's also great for just all over blending if it was clean, so you could always take these brushes and use them for multiple different things, just cleaning them off in between. It also comes with a synthetic flat shader brush in the travel kit. This is the EB11. This one is a little bit longer. This is great for applying concealer or cream eyeshadow or even applying powder eyeshadow all over the lid. It's that flat shader brush, so you can just pack the color onto your lid, whether if it's like a loose pigment eyeshadow or just regular eyeshadow. That works great. So then the last two brushes that the Vortex travel kit comes with is an eyebrow brush. This one is different than I believe what they have redone it, and they've made it a little bit skinnier, which I'm so glad for, because this one was a little bit too thick for my liking for the eyebrows. But it has a spoolie on one end and just a angled really small brush for your brows. This is great for brow powder, and then you just blend everything out with that spoolie brush there. And then it also comes with a lip brush in the travel kit. This one has a lid on it so you can throw it in your purse. That's a little great addition. It's not a total essential, I don't think, but it does come in that travel kit. So again, these are the brushes that you're getting in the Vortex travel kit. I think a lot of these are great for getting started with. The only one I think that is not totally necessary, like I said, is the lip brush, but the other ones are just great to do lots of different looks with, and it would be a great kit if you don't want to spend a lot just to get started with. So this is another little kit that I think everyone should have, even if you already have makeup brushes, because these are just amazing. I use the majority of these every single day. It's 3 eyeshadow brushes and they're double-ended, so you're actually getting 6. This is only, I think, $8 or $9 at Walmart. And I am just amazed with the quality of these because they're from Walmart. They don't even like have a brand on them or anything, but they just feel so high quality. I love them. They're so soft. They wash really well. I've had these for a couple years now and they're holding up great. So I highly recommend them. This would be the one thing that I would say to get first when you're getting started with makeup for eye brushes. And then if you wanted to invest in some other nice face brushes, then I would do so. But this is just great to get you started. And even if you're getting the Vortex travel kit, I would recommend adding these onto it because you can do so many different looks with these eye brushes. So the first one that it has is a very large fluffy brush. This is what I use to set my under eye concealer. I just brush on like loose powder under my eyes. You could also use this to blend out eyeshadow all over your lid. You could apply highlight color with this. There's just so many different uses of that. Then the other end of it is just a regular flat shader brush. I like using flat shader brushes just to pack on color on my lid. That's like the most basic eyeshadow brush right there. You can do a lot of stuff with it. It comes with a smaller fluffy blending brush. This is what I use every day to apply my highlight shade underneath my brow bone. And then on the other side, it also comes with a pencil brush, which is great for smudging out eyeliner. You can also apply shadow to your lower lash line and deepen up your crease with that as well. So that's a great brush. And then this is my favorite one. It comes with probably, this one is their eyebrow brush. This is what I use for my eyebrows whenever I use eyebrow powder. It has a very thin, like eyeliner type brush. You could use this for gel eyeliner, but I just like how dense it is. It's also very thin, so you can get a very precise line when you're filling in your brows. And then it also has the spoolie on the other side, which is great. Comes in handy to comb out your brows and also blend out that brow powder and everything. So that set, I highly recommend. You're getting 6 brushes for only like $8 or $9 at Walmart. I will have the link to where you can purchase that on my blog if you want to order it, because sometimes it's hard for me to find it in the stores when I've looked for it. So definitely check it out online if you want to get those. So then I'm just going to talk about a few other brushes that I think are great from other brands as well too, that are great additions, so things that you might want to add on to your kit if you plan on getting the Vortex kit. There are also brushes I feel like are missing when it comes to other brush kits, and I wish that they were in there. They do have the angled blush brush. This one comes in their complete kit, and this one is great for contouring. You can also apply blush with it. This is what I've been using recently for my blush because it just goes on perfectly. It's like the perfect size for it, and then you can also contour with this as well. But Sedona Lace does have this in their complete kit, and they also have it separately if you want to order it separately. So then I have the e.l.f. powder brush. This is another one I use almost daily if I'm using mineral foundation. So if you're younger or if you just prefer mineral foundation, I think this foundation brush is great for that. I would not recommend using this with liquid foundation because it is actual hairs, so they're not synthetic, so it's not going to work very well for that. But it's awesome for applying mineral or powder foundation. So it applies great to where it's full coverage and it also blends out really well. And this is so cheap because it's from e.l.f. I think it's like $3 or something. Another brush that I have that I use every single day and I highly recommend is the e.l.f. Kabuki face brush. This you can find at Target or eyeslipspace.com. This is just awesome. It's super soft. It's under $5 and it just applies mineral foundation perfectly. It blends out your bronzer and your blush and everything, and you can also use it to set your makeup. So I use it for all that stuff every single day. I put on face powder with it, blend everything out. It just works beautifully and it's held up really well. I think I've only bought 2 of these. As long as you wash it correctly and take care of it, it will last you a long time, and that's super cheap from e.l.f. e.l.f. also has some really great makeup brushes. I would recommend going with their Studio line though. I find that the Studio line is a lot better though from e.l.f. so I would recommend going with those. Those are the black ones. They have lots of different kits on that as well, so I will also link those options on my blog. So there's going to be a lot more details on there if you want to check that out. So real quickly, I just wanted to really break it down, extremely simple for you guys so you know exactly what brushes that you should go for. If you only want to get the bare minimum, I feel like I talked about a lot of brushes in this video. So if you just want to get the bare minimum, the first thing I would recommend is definitely a foundation brush from Sedona Lace. And then you want to go with something that you can apply setting powder with. You can also bronze with it. You can do so many things. That would be the e.l.f. Kabuki brush. And then something you can apply blush and bronzer with would be the contour brush. And then of course the Walmart eye brush set that I mentioned has all the eyebrow brushes and all the eyeshadow brushes that you would ever need. So that's the kit I would recommend. So those are the 4 items that you would definitely want to start with if you only want to purchase the bare minimum. And I think that you can do a full face with just these 4 items here. So in totaling up these 4 items, you're looking at around $43, and then if you use my $4 off discount code from Sedona Lace, it's only going to be $39. So that's a really great price for only purchasing 4 items and something you can get a full face for. So it's definitely something to keep in mind if you only want to get the bare minimum. I'm going to have all of these brushes listed on my blog because I might have been a little bit confusing in this video. The link for my blog is always the first link down below in the description below this video, and that will take you over to my blog. I'll have all this stuff linked to where you can buy them, and it just makes it a little bit more organized over there where you can see everything and just decide on what kit you want to get. I will also link for you guys the essential kits that I was talking about. Those are the more complete kits that come with like 12 brushes that are supposed to be like your basics, but a lot of those I find I don't use, like I said, and I would replace with some of these other ones that I mentioned. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't hesitate to email me if you still have questions. I will give you a list of everything that I recommend that you buy and everything. So definitely do that if you guys still need help, or you can send me a message on Facebook and I would love to help you all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye everybody.